What's up, everybody? Welcome to that magnificent 21 Week 3 premiere here. Episode, what are we on? Episode 20. I am your host, Delthius, and I got a special guest caster tonight. Let me see if I can get him on the horn real quick. See if I can get him on in here. Oh, are you there? Do we have
Hello.
We have the boot. What's up, man?
Hey, not much. Oh gosh, you didn't tell me what lobby it was. Ah!
I did tell you.
No, you didn't? You did.
I
Oh
s-
no, you did. Shit.
I sent you a thing. How you doing, man? Got old.
Hold on, let me panic while I type the password.
Yeah. I got old Premium Bow here. While he's getting set up, we will do a quick recap of what's going on with the season here. Let me see if I can real quickly do this. A little bit of that. There we go. So I think Premium Bow mainly just wanted to come on tonight to gloat that his team is in first place.
No.
No?
No. But since you bring it up,
So we've got the Wolf Company in first place right now. But it's pretty neck and neck. I mean, Kasha, my team, my Fox team, number 2, nipping at your heels. Badgers are number 3, right there as well, very, very close. And then Owl coming up next. Really, 2, 3, and 4 are very close. And Boar is lagging behind a little bit, but we're only about halfway through the main season here. So there's plenty of time for them to come on back in here. And we've also got our Week 3 matchups squared away. I don't want to spend too much time on this because there's obviously quite a bit there, so I'm not going to go through exactly every one. But if you are in the event, guys, make sure to check out your matchups. Get these games played as soon as possible. It really, really helps all the streamers and organizers if you can get it knocked out like over the weekend or something. And yeah, I think that's about it. So pretty neck and neck right now. Really not a big point differential between teams 1 through 5, to be honest. Like I feel like Boartown can still make it. I haven't really crunched the numbers or anything like that, but what do you think, Premium? How have you been doing this? I know you've been doing pretty well, haven't you? Have you lost any rounds?
yeah. I have not lost any matches.
Oh, wrong button there. Let's see. Go back to this. There we go. All right. Nice, man. Yeah, I lost 1 to Trumpet so far.
You know, there's only one other player who hasn't lost any matches.
Who would that be?
It would be Trumpet.
Damn. Dude, Trumpet's on fire, man. He's been doing really good.
You want to know who's attacking me this weekend?
Is it Trumpet?
It's Trumpet.
Oh my god. Dude, we gotta get that one live, casted, hyped up. Okay, I think we're about even. I'll watch the levels as we get going. But we've got Snetch versus Horus here. And I think we're about ready. Let me go ahead and tell the players to go. We got Premium Bow in the lobby. So I'll let these guys know we're ready.
I'm here. I made it.
Okay, I sent the word. So I will be keeping an eye on our levels here, try to adjust them on the fly, but it looks like the players are getting going. We got Lizards and Moles banned this week.
Yeah. Good stuff there.
I'm digging the mole bans. You know, I hate to be a hater here, but it's been pretty refreshing to play without moles.
I thought I would feel that way too, but then I played without moles, and I got sad. Because it's just a skunk fest.
Yeah, and also definitely leads to more economic openings. You know, it's harder to punish greed without the moles. Let's see what these players want to get into. Owl for Horus, Snetch for Badger, of course.
Pretty similar decks here.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the Snake, Skunk Falcon. That seems to kind of be the staples throughout the tournament. Here we go. Hopping into game number 1. With over on the left-hand side, we've got Snetch And his opponent up top, Horus.
So, on the Badger team, Horus is on the Owl team. That means Snetch is attacking Horus.
Yes. And there's no caster bias here, since you're Team Wolf, I'm Team Fox.
Yeah.
But I suppose
Literally
like,
could not be more different.
yeah, we've got 4 factions represented here. Poor boars, no representation for them. But let's see how these players want to go about it. You know, I actually like snakes a bit best for the owl team, or maybe the wolf too, because those units don't require as much micro, you know. So you have an opportunity to really control the snakes and make sure you get the targeted fire on the enemy tier 3 and whatnot.
Snake Owl is really good because the mice run in front of the snakes, tank for them, and you can spend your time picking off whatever you want with the snake or running away.
Yeah, exactly. And the owl itself doesn't require as much micro. Like, sure, you do want to bring the owl up, let it tank some hits, and then kind of bring it back before it dies. But quick mill here from Horus, and this is, I think, a symptom of the lack of moles, you know, like the 8-farm gristmill. And 8-farm double out of Snetch here. And I don't think he's really going to be able to punish this quick expand as long as Horus doesn't get too greedy.
Who would you rather be on this map?
Definitely Horus. For one, playing Hopper, so obviously best commander, number 1. Number 2, he's got this nice expansion up here on the high ground. I guess if the game goes really, really late, it will favor Snetch, because Snetch has easier access to 3 bases. But I feel like Horus still has that 3 o'clock, you know? Who would you rather be?
I think I would be Horus too.
Yeah, and look at this water, like, outside of the natural. I mean, that's going to be rough to attack into.
No one's going to attack into that. There's literally a wall on the other side of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Snitch is going to have to, like, swing all the way around to, like, where this cabin is, probably. Or maybe if he really wants, like, sneak over on the left-hand side. But so far, I'm liking this a little better for Horus, you know? He's getting the farm up. Snetch just now starting the second base, so not super far behind. And I just casted some of Horus's matches on Wednesday, and you know he was unfortunately a victim of Big Pimpintosh and his Lizard Harass, and I don't think we really got to see Horus play at his full potential. So I'm excited for these matches here.
Oh, is he going for the Badger already?
Oh man, I would have been so hyped.
Sadness.
So let's see. So Snitch has got some snakes. Do you think he's gonna move out with this, or?
No, he's playing too passively, and he just put down a skunk warren, right? He's gonna at least want to wait for those skunks.
Yeah, and that's not gonna. I mean, he's really got to throw down some farms here.
Yeah, he's gonna do that now.
Yeah, I'd like to see like 3. 3 would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Badger.
Now he goes for the Badger.
All right, I like this. The gristmill there to just kind of throw Horus off his scent a little bit. A single farm being put down. There he goes. I think the levels are pretty balanced. I've been looking at them in OBS, but let's see if chat is yelling at me.
Kerpa's yelling at me.
Kerpa's yelling that you're here. I need to get Kerpa on too, man. Dude, I'm always more than happy to have casters on here. I know I'm a little bit of a slouch on inviting people sometimes, but you guys are always more than welcome. Dude, I like this 4 skunk, but I'm getting worried because Horus never scouted the Badger, and the Badger Warren is up, but he's blocked on the production. There he goes. He sells some stuff off. Is Horus gonna see it? He doesn't.
I would have sold farm if I were. He's gonna see it.
Oh my God, so close.
He doesn't see it.
Like 1 tile away.
Oh.
Oh, and he's macroing up really hard. Now, let's think about this. I guess the snakes, you know, I mean, if they hit the skunks, that'd be great, but most likely they'll probably just hit squirrels. And the 4 skunks from Horus, like, maybe they can clear out all the supplemental units, you know, and leave that Badger a bit exposed, but I don't know, man. You know, this Badger could also just come out and slap Horus down.
Fetch needs to stop investing in arms. He's gonna have to push soon.
Alright, Horus is going to move in, and little does he know, a Badger is right behind this army for Snetch. Snetch moving up to the high ground to try to defend this. Let's see how it's going to work out. So much skunk gas going down. And yeah, Horus has got enough units to push back for now. He's got some snakes on the way, too.
Snatch takes slightly better trade there. But I think now...
Now this is the attack that might favor Snetch a lot, though. If he can get in here and drill everything down. Yeah, the Badger's staying alive, and this is where it's going to start going from bad to worse. Snetch moving in. One snake here for Horus, but is it going to be enough? Oh, he does get that stack of poison, but I think the Badger will be okay.
Badger's fine for now. Snetch is going to need more pigeons.
And yes, as you said, Snetch has taken the better engagement so far, but keep in mind Horus did have that economic advantage for a long time, so this is still anyone's game. I think it's really going to come down to if Horus can get those snake stacks onto the Badger. Ooh, doing a good job so far.
Yeah, that's a dead Badger.
7 stacks. There it is. Now Horus really needs to bring the pain here.
Horus, seeing blood, chases with an inferior army.
And the blocked Badger Warren is definitely a rough time for Snetch. He could use that 180 food somewhere else, but yeah, Horus just doesn't have enough here to keep pushing in. Snetch is...
Now he's chasing too far and he loses commander.
Ooh, that's always the
At
worst.
least get too...
One skunk go down.
Get too far for his trouble. Maybe 3? Yep, 3.
Yeah, he does a really good job of damaging that second base here.
Here, I think this is going to go... Oh, Pigeon's saving the skunk.
Ooh, 1 HP! Oh my god! So close. Yeah, I think the big story here is how much economic damage Snetch managed to do on that last push.
At this point, Snetch is very far ahead.
Yeah, his second base is still rolling. He actually commits to another Badger. Not sure if that's necessary.
I think that's the right. I think that's the right. Because if he gets a Badger up in this situation, what's Horus going to do about it?
Yeah, that's basically checkmate. You know, you are giving him about another minute, but that does make sense because you know you've already hamstringed the enemy's economy, and that's just kind of like the icing on the cake. And Snetch is not even going to worry about it. Yeah, this was what I was thinking. Like, instead of the Badger, he could just, shove in. But he's kind of doing both.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't do both. That didn't go terrible for him.
No, and he can even afford for it to go terrible at this point, 'Cause even if he's taking a worse trade, his economy's so far ahead. And here's that Badger, so we should be seeing the end of match 1 here. Pretty close, I thought Horus could have had it for a second there, but Snetch with some pretty good continued aggression. And I think what really won him the game was the attack that, managed to get so much damage done on that second base.
Yeah. From here, Horus has no chance. He's gonna stay in it, I guess, just because it's a tournament match.
You know what I just thought of?
Micro.
Is like, yeah, practice the snake micro for game 2. I was just thinking, like, without moles or lizards, there's like no base trade crazy comeback opportunity this week, you know what I mean? Like, obviously with moles you could do that, but with lizards you kind of can too, you sell everything off, build a bunch of lizards, cross your fingers.
Snakes or chameleons.
Yeah, you could try it with chameleons. Okay, match 1 going to Snetch here. Damn. These players should just be ready to roll into game number 2. Let's see if anybody changes up the decks. And again, I think Horus played well there. Not scouting the Badger earlier was rough because he didn't quite have the snakes out in time. Actually, thinking about the ferret this time around.
Ferret and owl combination. But I guess he doesn't expect to get owls out at all.
Alright, heading into game 2 here. In the right side, we've got Snetch. And up top, it is Horus the Holy. Yeah, you think the game plan is to just not build the tier 3 when your tier 3 kind of loses that rock paper scissors relationship?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that plan. They instead depend on getting like a T2 comp that'll beat out the T3.
Yeah. Or I mean, you can always just dump money into Falcons, later on. And Falcons are very, very good against all tier 3, really, besides the Fox. But even if you get a crazy number of Falcons, the Fox can't handle that. So. Nice little snowy map here. Snetch has got a little bit of a pocket expand over here on the 3 o'clock. And meanwhile, Horus does have what seems to be a map advantage this time. He's got this natural up here on the high ground that's difficult to attack into. But this third base...
He's probably not happy with this map because he took the ferrets.
Yeah, that is a good point. Well,
basically useless on this map.
Well, I mean, in theory, he could take one of these 2 gristmills right here, expand his territory, maybe start building some barbed wire or something. I don't know.
And then what?
Yeah.
His opponent's main is on double high ground. He has to walk up there every time he wants to shoot it with a ferret, and then he just loses his commander.
Yeah, like maybe if Snetch starts building his warrants out here a little bit more, not really expecting the ferrets, but yeah, I agree. In general, not amazing map gen for the ferret. But if this does go to late game, which it probably won't because they're so short, Horus does have 4 potential bases compared to 2, but at the same time, this middle gristmill, it's going to be really hard to keep.
I expect this will be a 2-base Badger push game. It's going to come down to whether or not Horus can hold.
Yeah, that's most likely what we'll see here. And I'm a little bit surprised by the lack of Falcons. Like, Snakes are great against Badgers, but Falcons can certainly get the job done too. And Horus actually going for double tier 2 pretty quickly here. He does come in and scout the second base, but I don't think he saw... Okay, he sees 1 tier 2. Oh, nice double scouting. Double snake opening, huh?
I like this. This can work really well if your opponent goes like snake skunk and you just go like 6 snakes or something.
Yeah, it's definitely a response to the double tier 2 here, and really, snakes are basically good against all the tier 2. There's not really that like fox falcon kind of relationship there. The snake is just great against any of them. So let's see. Horus is moving out. He does get his tier 2 up and running a little bit faster here. And yeah, like you said, attacking into this high ground is going to be difficult. And with all the snake poison, it's very likely we'll see the commander go down if he's not careful.
Horus deciding to attack. Well, I don't agree with this choice.
And look at this. Look how fast the commander dies. Oh my god. Yeah, the HP of the commander scales, but the damage from the snakes does not. So 4 stacks of poison on Horus this early in the game just deletes him instantly. Does manage to get back in time to try to save his tier 2. Doesn't end up saving it, but delivers some punches on the way back. And yeah, this ferret is not going to work out here.
Surprised he built it at all.
Yeah, well, it was not the best choice for this game. I think he really just needs like a whole lot of tier 1. And another thing too about this week is snake. This might be the week of the snake, because lizards are a really good way to kind of handle snakes in the early game, and without those, it's going to be rough. I do like this ferret positioning up here on the high ground. That'll be a little bit annoying. But Snetch's army's looking strong here.
James in the chat thinks I'm going to cheer him on in his game. What a silly goose.
All right, Badger Warren.
All right,
Horus, scout it.
Use it.
And surprisingly, this is settling down into a little bit of a macro phase here.
Should have been like this from the start. Looks like Snetch is going to go 6 snakes to try and counter the Badger.
Yeah, it's 6 snakes. I mean, 1 or 2 rounds of poison from those. That Badger's going down. 8 snakes, man. This is too many snakes. You can have too many snakes.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe it depends on what Snetch brings as support. If Snetch brings nothing but like his own snake squirrels as supports, then it's too many snakes. But if he brings like a skunks or something, then it'll work out.
Snetch trying to steal this 9 o'clock base. And let's see if Horus, he is going to scout it, so that is a really good scout.
Literally going over there now. 6th sense.
He's going to go ahead and take that down with the squirrels. Meanwhile, Snetch just kind of gearing up. Waiting to see what's going on. Throws down the skunk warren. Yeah, I don't know about 8 snakes, man. I think he just needs some more front line. He needs some more squirrels here.
Detects the squirrel poke and he's gonna go in. Oh, he's gonna lose his commander. And that's gonna ruin it. If Horse scouts this, he can get a whole bunch of free.
Oh, I was kind of hoping the Badger was like still rallied to Snetch's commander's position, you know, just like walks up there.
Just walks up there into 8 snakes all by itself.
And here comes the barbed wire. And I kind of wish this barbed wire was a little bit more far forward, because the way that he's kind of clamping himself in here, you know, it doesn't give him access to a third, but I mean, this barbed wire is so cheap and so quick to build, he can easily sell it and reposition it later.
I don't know about this barbed wire.
Snetch gonna go into a bunch of cams. So maybe these snakes were the right call. Horus double checking that 9 o'clock base is not taken. And we're about at the time where these players do need to start thinking about either third bases or pushing for the win.
Horus is gonna think about pushing for the win, while Snetch is gonna think about pushing for the win. Horus is gonna think about holding that push.
Yeah, with all this barbed wire, now there's no moles this week, but chameleons are still pretty good at taking down barbed wire, so are owls. Yeah, here comes Snetch, and Horus is not in position. He needs to get home.
Snetch is gonna snipe the units nearby using flying vision.
Yeah, those pigeons really coming in handy. Horus does make it home, but loses a pig while he was out gallivanting on the map here.
Oh, and this could be really bad if Snetch just takes this mill outside of his base and decides to eco up.
Yeah, but that mill's so close to like the snake range, you know. The chameleon's gonna start clearing things down, but get a couple of stacks of poison there. 2 of them die.
A Snetch doesn't have to worry about that.
Double owl being placed down by Horus. Yeah, Horus just wants to hold this attack and come in with the big counter push.
Pretty extreme when the enemies.
Yeah. I hope I have 2 minutes and 360 food. Alright, yeah, this Badger attack just busted on through. All these snakes, just not enough. The Badger does go down, but Snetch has so many supporting units left over.
Gotta sell those owls.
The man can dream, P-Boop, alright?
It's quite the dream. And the snake's coming out. He's got nothing to deal with snakes.
Yeah, and you know what? These reinforcing snakes here might actually... Oh, but all these cams coming out of the shadows.
We can kite the chameleons.
But has too much damage been done? I don't know. Both players are just throwing units at each other. And Snetch is deep in the red here. So he's really only producing tier 1. Maybe this is Horus's chance for the comeback.
You can definitely snipe off some warrens really easily with these snakes.
Yeah, and Snetch actually decided to commit to another Badger, so right now is a good time for Horus to attack.
With the skunks, he's gonna clean up this, be able to get some more damage in. He'll probably focus the Badger Warren once he sees it. Yep.
Oh man, this looks like a point on the board for the Owl player. I don't see Snetch coming back from this position. He's gonna desperately try, but as Horus just continues to delete all these Warrens, He's gonna have to tap here, and there it is. Tied up 1-1. Yeah, the ferrets didn't quite work out that match, and I'm not so sure, like, if any of the defense is really good against snakes. I guess barbed wire, mines, you know, not
Mines work.
Yeah, mines are pretty good. Maybe artillery.
Work well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you about your opinion on balloons versus snakes. I think it depends, you know. If the balloons are covered well, it can be good.
If you get two side by side, then they'll one-shot any snake that approaches. And then it's like, I could go in there and snipe the balloons, but then I'm going to lose my snakes.
Right. Yeah, it kind of depends on the target firing, you know, if those balloons waste their shots on a squirrel, allow the snake to get in, or if you target down those snakes directly. But we're tied up here, guys. On the right, we've got Horus. On the left, Snetch. And nice big map, plenty of mills for both sides. I think I do like this better for Horus here, but it seems fine for Snetch. Yeah, Horus has got this high ground. Snetch has got a couple back bases that are easy to take, and 9 times out of 10, you know, matches a Tooth and Tail are 2 to 3 bases. So
this could go either way.
Yeah, I think the map, you know, it's a slight favor for Horus, but not by enough to really matter. And I'm really curious if these middle grist mills, kind of these middle 3, will really be taken at all this game.
I feel like taking this would be a...
Yeah, it'd be really risky, and if you manage to get it, you'd probably just straight up win. But ooh, what's Horus doing? Selling things off. Nope, just gonna open up with that quick mill again. Meanwhile, Snatch with the 8 farm double. I'm gonna get into a mill shortly, maybe. Oh. That's the worst when you're sitting there trying to take it, but then your tier 1 keeps stealing all your food.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Alright, so far with these openings, I do favor Horus a bit. You know, he's got his farms up and running a little bit faster. Yes, Snetch has got the quicker squirrel warrens, but that's not going to matter.
It's way too early to say someone has an advantage.
Well, I'm just saying I like the opening build for Horus more. He's already got his farms moving and grooving.
Well, Snetch is getting T2, so I like his opening.
Yeah? Are you on team quick tier 2 here?
Typically.
Alright, Horus does scout the tier 2 Warren, and as long as he throws down his tier 2 soon, which it looks like he's setting up to, Snetch will have maybe enough time to have 1 or 2 tier 2 above Horus if he goes for some sort of timing. But this kind of reminds me of the opposite of where Horus has been in previous matches, where I think I might be actually thinking of Melvin versus Jevla that I casted on Wednesday, where Jevla was kind of going for this like tier 2 timing attack while Melvin was ecoing up, and you know, Snetch is now in this position where he's got to come in here and get some serious damage done, or he's going to be very far behind. However, this army looks threatening.
I would love to see Snake be annoying and just focus down the hill with the snake.
Yeah, just kite back and forth. He's gonna slam through and lose his commander, though. But I think this...
But this mill might go down anyways. Oh no, the squirrel steps in range.
Oh, that's a dead mill. That's a dead mill, right? 6 stacks of poison. Oh my god!
Die.
Oh man. Well, he got the damage done he needed.
That was... Yeah, that was a worthwhile trade for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing about these kind of timing attack openings versus eco, you know, like, if it does work out, then you're in a great spot, and we see Snetch here, the snake poison, getting the job done on the mill, and
RT2.
Yeah, Horus is about to be on the army lead here. Horus really needs to come in and kind of return the favor, get some damage done on Snetch's base.
I think he saw the mines go down, so yeah, he definitely did. So that's going to slow him down at the very least.
This actually is a good avenue for attack with the skunk. You know, maybe all these units kind of clump up here, trying to favor the terrain over the water.
Horus is going to Delthius.
So much skunk gas poison damage, and Horus moving through. That one mine does go off.
Get some Warrens off.
Yeah, it picks off a Warren.
Stick around with the snake, get that other Warren, get out.
Ooh, if he lives with the skunk, that's really good. Alright. Now, was that enough counter damage, though, is the question.
He could, because he's down on Warrens. A follow-up attack could easily...
Yeah, that's true. I agree with this. Horus does not need to try to play the macro game. He just needs to come in and see if he can seal the deal. And like you said, you know, Snetch really doesn't have a whole lot of Warrens left here. This just could be too much.
Focus is not. I'm gonna say he got the snake before it tagged the skunk, but I was...
Nice decision making from Horus there. Really, really good job to, realizing he needed to pull the trigger and gets the job done. Looks like Snetch just wanted to go home and see what Horus had left, but Snetch should be tapping any second here. And match number 3 going over to Horus.
2-1 Horus favor.
Yep. We got a series on our hand. I definitely think this could go either way still. You know, Snetch is playing really well. But I wonder where Snetch fell apart there. Because he seemed to do a good job on that attack. Maybe he just kind of lost too much. Like, yeah, he did get that mill, but he lost his tier 2 in the process.
T2. Horus had more T2.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a deck changing here over from our player on the left side here. Down a map, looking to get back into it. We've got Snetch and his opponent in the bottom, Horus the Holy. So Snetch dropping the snakes and grabbing Balloon this game.
I guess that's a reaction to his opponent's snake.
Yeah, and I wonder if this will be a good map for it. I could kind of see, you know, maybe if Snetch takes this like middle base up on the high ground, you know, and then he can kind of start setting up some balloons to threaten what Horus has got going on. But
yeah, I don't know where you expand this.
Yeah, the thing that's always rough with balloons is you just really got to try to put them in a position where your opponent can't simply walk around them, you know?
Can't walk over them, more like.
Yeah.
They're pretty flimsy, but that vision means they'll never sneak up on you.
That is true. Yeah, nice, a nice balloon. You know, almost like here on the low ground, like on this, where this road is, and Snetch could see, like, everything. But it would be more defensible, like right here on the corner tile of the second base that Snetch will likely take. But Horus actually taking his more aggressive option for the second mill here. I like this.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I do think the one on the low ground next door is safer.
Yeah, for sure. But this one sets him up better to take that as a third base later.
I don't know about that. Better to go for the safer one first.
Well, I'm saying, like, if he gets this base established up here on the high ground, then this safer base in the back is just like a guaranteed third. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then your opponent has an easier time picking off this one, and if they do that before you even get your third one.
Yeah. That's the risk involved with it for sure. I do agree that the lower one is safer.
If he's just taking the mill for like the high ground vision and the tank, then I think it's a pretty good move. But I suspect he'll put farms on. I agree with Snetch's move to take the top corner mill instead of one of the more forward ones to give him some base from his opponent.
Yeah, it's going to make it harder to attack into, but it's kind of interesting he decided to do that while he's got the balloon as well. Maybe he's not going really all in on this balloon strategy, because taking this more forward one would have stretched out his territory pretty far, but I guess he could still put a nice balloon on that like little high ground hill outside of his main, you know?
The other thing to consider is Snetch doesn't have any poking units for like a close quarters game.
Right.
All he's got is the balloon to defend against poke.
Yeah, overall he's got a decent core. if he can get going. But his unit comp definitely seems to be to scale a little bit later on in the game more effectively. But Horus has also got the Skunk Falcon here. So I don't know. I kind of think I like Horus's composition better overall.
I like the Falcon choice from Horus. His opponents, most of his opponent's army shoots Falcons.
Right.
I would have rather seen him get more snakes.
Yeah, let's see how this goes on. The thing that people I think forget about the Falcons with the snakes being so popular as tier 3. I mean, counter is Falcons do that job well. Also, you know what I mean? Like 4 or 6 Falcons can snipe down a Badger pretty quickly. But what I'm really curious on is how fast these guys want to farm up, how much information they have about each other's second bases. And good scout here from Snetch. Doesn't get to see everything, but does get to see 8 farms on that natural. Horus going into the 3rd. He hasn't... Now, one thing that is really good about this 12 o'clock being so far away is it's hard for Horus to actually walk all the way over there and keep an eye on it, too.
Yeah, if I were in Horus's position, I'd just assume it's fully saturated and never scout it.
Yeah. Because there's always that chance, and that's another way everybody hates losing, is you walk over there to scout at like the same time Snetch moves in with his army. You're just like, damn it.
Right. Snetch getting the Badger now. Horus needs to scout it.
Good placement on this Badger, too.
He's playing SimCity, right?
Yeah, Horus is taking that 3rd base lead, and now we see some bad balloons on the way from Snetch. Snetch has got his own 3rd base on the way. And these 4th bases is where things are going to get really dicey. But I think both players will probably get away with their 3rds. Let's see when they actually want to commit in. Snetch will most likely pull the trigger once his Badger is out on the board.
There's no way at this point that Horus scouts the Badger. He's not going to go over there. Now that he sees Snetch's army right on his doorstep.
Yeah, but at this phase of the game, you got to start assuming, like, all right, there's probably a tier 3 on the way, or my opponent's probably, his master plan for whatever composition he was trying to put together this game is coming together. And Horus with like a significant Falcon lead here, but really, really lacking on the squirrels.
I really dislike this Falcon ball Horus is doing. It's going to get countered by the mass squirrel from Snetch.
Yeah, I wish he
doesn't have enough with it.
Yeah, I wish he had like 4 skunk instead of 4 snake with it. Like it's gonna be great, but he needs some more front line. 6 squirrels is just too cutting corners.
He's not paying attention enough to his opponent's army.
Like, he's got to get some barbed wire up. He needs something to buffer for these Falcons. Because, I mean, this is a ton of damage, but they're also glass cannons. They'll go down real quick if they're not protected.
It might work out since he's been ahead on eco. He might just have a bigger army. Oh, but if his commander goes down, he'll have
no! Oh my god, but the Badger goes down anyways!
Oh, both commanders died.
Aren't snakes awesome?
Best.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well that didn't go as bad for Horus as we probably thought, but as Premium Bo mentioned earlier, I'm really worried about the lack of squirrels here, because now Squirrel Warrens are very important on quickly reinforcing Phase 2, Like, look at this, Snetch has already got 15 squirrels here.
I don't hate the lack of squirrels from Horus. I just think he should have another Skunk Warren.
Yeah, 4 skunks at the very least.
I think he's overestimating the power of a Falcon Ball. That sneak out! Get that sneak out!
Or at least, like, throw down some barbed wire, if you're going to skimp on tier 1 so much. Yeah, to try to counter some of their squirrels. But I agree. I think he either needs more squirrels or at the very least another Skunk Warren. But Horus playing very greedy. He's already got that 4th base half sat. But Snetch has got another Badger here.
Yeah.
Horus's army is nice and primed to get that Badger taken care of pretty quickly. But so far, I like these engagements better for Snetch. You know, Horus has got the DPS, but he doesn't have the tank here.
I think Snetch also has him beat on DPS. Burst damage, but I think people forget that they really only have 4 DPS each.
Alright, Horus moving in.
It's
Kind
a
of
little bit of value.
flirting with the idea of engaging, just kind of poking and prodding. So many falcons here, man. Oh my god, he's got so much food. Just rail down a bunch of squirrels, man. Come on, let's see it. More skunks here.
I like that he's getting skunks.
I mean, I like the skunks too, but
Out of
6. Well, I guess Snetch does have 4 skunks. That might be why he's being careful about his own squirrels. And Horus is gonna commit.
It's the balloon at least.
Yeah.
Still get some balloon on that Badger before everything dies.
Snetch
Just dead from here.
Yeah, Snetch cleans everything up pretty easily there. Those Falcons taking a lot of damage pretty quick. Tried to get the Badger down, but not quite enough. You know, Snetch doing a good job of pulling it back just a little bit there. It looks like we're going to be going to match 5 here shortly. As Snetch has kind of got Horus in the stranglehold here. Oh, Badger will die, but Snetch still has plenty of stuff here to finish this up. Actually gonna pull back for now, which is kind of fine. I mean, he's so far ahead in economy, he can just very easily come home, re-rally for a second, then swing in for the kill on the next round.
Good game from here.
I don't think... Yeah, Horus actually doesn't even know about this 4th base up and running from Snetch. Very overblocked. Yeah, he's got to sell some things off. Oh, he might actually pick this off, but might be a little too late here.
This is pretty significant, actually. Snetch won't be able to stop it.
Oh, for sure.
He'll buy it himself.
Let's see, can Horus actually make a stand here?
Army difference too great.
Army diff. Alright, Horus fighting to the last breath, but is going to have to tap out momentarily.
Any moment now. There it goes.
There it is. Alright. So, we are on match points. Game number 5 here. And honestly, this could go either way. I mean, these guys seem pretty evenly matched. You know, it's a little bit rough for Horus. He isn't really getting the opportunity to utilize the owls, but I think he's doing a good job playing around the fact that his opponent's got that Badger.
Yeah, those are one of those things that become quite a bit worse if you know your opponent's going to go for them.
Let's see what the last couple choices are going to be here for these players.
Going ferrets again.
Okay, spawning on the left, we've got Snetch, and their opponent up top, Horus. Now, this is a map. It's like, hey, we're going to make a huge map spawn you guys right next to each other and barely put any grist mills on it.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some pretty cool cabins over here, though.
Yeah. All the way over there.
Just, you know, just hanging out. Would love to see a player pull a couple squirrels or something over there and snag those, but most likely we won't see it. Typically, players don't often bother with cabins. I think cabins were better when the meta was a little bit more one base focused, you know? I remember like a lot of games back in the day where I'd be scratching my head like how the hell did they win that? Then you watch the replay, they had like one cabin, and you're like, oh. But, you know, since we often get up to 2-base economy pretty quickly, you know, those cabins are a little bit more negligible.
7 farm double from Snitch. That's a weird choice. That'll... Unless Horus decides to go for early T2 first.
Oh, and he does!
This might work out. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. Oh, sells one. Okay.
Sells one.
Really, he only needs, like, 2 squirrels, right, to start picking at that corner pig?
Yeah, you only need 2 squirrels to take a corner pig. Not that this is the best map for poking a corner pig.
Yeah. He's still got a little bit of an avenue of attack, but I think he would have had to go, like, 10 seconds ago, you know? It's probably too late now. That skunk is about to be here, and yeah, Snetch is not even gonna bother. Snetch actually opening up Falcons, and this is a pretty... It's a little bit of a wonky map because Horus's mill is like... His natural is like so close to Snetch. I guess he'd have to take this one more in the center of the map. So I definitely like this map better for Snetch.
Me too.
But at least they kind of have like the same amount of mills on both sides. But again, I mean, this mill right here near Horus's units, it's like a imposter mill, man. Like, that thing is not really going to be taken here. That thing's going to be hopping in vents.
Ooh, ferrets might work out really well on this map.
Yeah, the double high ground here. He doesn't have any defensive structures to help support him, but you don't always need them.
That was good enough of a defensive structure. Snitch needs to not poke with an inferior army, though. He needs to spend his food.
Yeah, there he goes. Gonna grab some of them squirrels. And he's got the ferrets up and running. And, you know, now Horus is in the boat where he's got to get some damage done. If he doesn't, Snetch's superior economy is going to propel him into the mid-game a lot better.
20 food.
20 food. Oh, 20 food.
20 food. He needs to focus these falcons.
Ooh.
Does.
Oh my god!
This is looking good for Horus.
This is looking very good for Horus. And I love to see these economic openings punished here. This is a very, very short rush distance
this
map.
Is where ferret really shine.
Yeah.
When the units are spawning on the warrens, just immediately die.
Yeah, well, it's like ferrets really shine like the second you get a little bit of an army lead, you know?
Yeah. He's gonna take this mill, and that's basically game, right?
Nice decision making here from Horus. A little bit of a risky build, but it definitely pays off here. You know, Snetch, with this economic opening, he was trying to have everything at once. You know, he was getting extra farms, he was going into tier 2, and Horus, with an aggressive strategy, just shuts it down. Nicely done.
That's gonna be the match.
Yep.
3-2.
Nicely played from both sides here, and with that, we've got one other series for you tonight. We've got some replays. QQ versus this guy. So let me tell the players GG. And did you get the replay pack for me, Mr. Bo?
I got him. We started before I could
Yeah,
do the thing.
Yeah, no worries. Do the thing. I gotta set up the scoreboard anyways. So
who are these replays?
So this is QQ versus this guy.
Ooh.
Fox versus Wolf here.
Wolf.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you.
Alright, let me see what this guy's weight is. No, this guy's attacking QQ. Okay, I put it up backwards here.
Yeah, like 688 or something.
So QQ's a little bit more of like a wild card kind of player. You know, he likes to do some crazy stuff. Where this guy is a tried and true tooth and tail champion. Kind of made his made most.
I don't know.
You don't know about that?
I don't understand how this guy plays.
I'm not sure about the modern this guy, but he kind of made his rise of fame with his skunk push that we now call the this guy push. But
hold on, James seems to think he was going to be playing 5 game.
Does he? This is the first I've heard of it. You might want to coordinate with the gent, because I haven't heard of that one. But I'd like to go into Mochaverse, James. If that's a thing. I don't see why not. Are you guys in the live game channel?
They're not.
Where did you hear this information, James?
It was in the chat.
In the stream chat?
Yeah, they talked about it in the general chat. They're like, hey, want to do the live games? They're like, sure. Like, when? They're like, 35 minutes. Should we tell Del? He's like, no, Gent will take care of it.
Right on. Okay. Yeah, I guess we could do that instead. Let's do that.
Find a Mocha first.
Is Mocha ready? Never mind. Let me ask him. All right. Well, let's get these replays knocked out and see if they can coordinate. Wait, Mocha's there. Mocha's there. Mocha's on Discord.
Mocha's here.
Let me see. Mocha versus James sounds pretty hype. Okay. Mocha's always there. You know what? That is true. James, sounds good. Should we tell Del? James telling lies in general chat here. Alright. Let me throw up the break screen so you guys don't see the super secret password.
It's so secret, you'll never guess it.
It's impossible to guess, man. It's so good. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Let me message them. Alright, we're pulling an audible here. We're gonna get you guys some more live games. Which I'm actually glad, because we were a little bit lacking on content for tonight, so that works out. Let's see, matchups. Let's see what is going on here. James versus Mocha. If I can read. I'm pretty sure I know how to read. Should be here somewhere.
Would you like me to test you?
No, that'd be embarrassing. James versus Mocha, there it is, I found it. Alright, so James is on the attack. Mocha's got to wait a 1760. James is on the attack. Who's James gonna play? Archimedes?
Favorite commander? His favorite commander is to steal whatever commander the opponent likes.
I think Mocha normally plays Bellified. So I'm gonna guess yellow and blue here. Let's see if I'm wrong. Alright. Alright, so right when they get in here, let's do this. I sent them super secret Discord messages with passwords.
Ooh.
Fancy. Impossible to guess passwords. There's one. Is that James? Oh, you know, you're right, because Mocha likes to play Bellified.
Yep.
So he came in here and he stole Bellified. That bastard.
Dang it, James.
Alright, I think Mocha's second favorite rat is Archimedes. That's my guess. Mocha showing the angry, I can't choose Bellified. Oh, you can right now. Oh, Mocha goes for Hopper. Bold strategy. Alright. Alright, here we go. No lizards, no moles. James has got to bring the boar.
Mocha... James doesn't play with lizards and moles anyways.
That's true, he likes toads. This is the same deck, you know, that he rocked against me over and over, and he kind of convinced me that toads are pretty good.
They are. Until, like, they're not.
Yeah.
Until you fight in low numbers and they're trash.
They're really good for shoving in there. They kind of do a similar thing of bowls where they almost guarantee you're going to kill a warren or two in the attack. And on the bottom right, we've got Mocha, and on the top left, Premium's boyfriend.
I think
forever.
That's BFF.
Boyfriend forever?
No.
I think that's what it stands for. Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm single. I think I'd know if I had a boyfriend.
Alright, we've got Balloon and Mine here. Falcons for both sides. Premium... James. Let's just call him James. He's rocking the chameleons. I can't...
I'm rooting for Mocha, by the way.
Premium's BFF Hearts. Winky Face Ooh has the chameleons.
Make it stop.
This is a pretty chonky map here. We might see some late game. That's definitely favoring the Mocha.
The Valley of the Swamp separating them. I think I'd much rather be Mocha on this map.
Yeah, definitely. He's got these nice 4 bases tucked up here. He's even got a couple campfires if he wants. He's got this nice moat. But it's not all doom and gloom for James over here. I mean, 3 bases, most of the time all you need. And he's kind of only got like a linear entrance into his base. You know, you've got to go from this mill that he just took and work your way around clockwise. So that's something, I guess.
Both going for first expand right away. Guess they figure there's no way they're going to get any aggression done on this swamp map.
Yeah, big clunky map, no moles. And look at that, James being the most greedy humanly possible.
This is what James likes to do. This likes to go for early, like T2 before any T1.
Yeah, he did that against me a couple times, and I almost like sniped the worm with the lizards. And this response for Mocha though, I kind of prefer Mocha's opening here. Ooh, actually going into tier 2.
No army.
Yeah, I would have rather seen a whole bunch of squirrels to defend this, but Mocha is a better player than I, and he decides to go for snakes to try to counter whatever tier 2 is coming out.
That's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, and James not slouching on his own farms, so everything's said and done. And these players are coming out fairly even as long as James keeps building up more farms.
Chameleon on a mission.
Yeah.
It's gonna snipe him.
Splinter Cell Chameleon over here gets a pig. Nicely done.
Forces cell for half value on the other one.
Yeah, some great value for James.
Stand still.
Nice job from Mocha knowing like where that tile was, but yeah, he didn't quite have the firepower there to take it out.
In the chat, Kerpa, do me a favor and spam Discord messages at James while he plays.
Don't do that. How dare you. Alright, both players getting up to full saturation on these second bases pretty quickly. Mocha going into that third. Mocha's always kind of been one of these players to be the initiator with the macro. He likes to get his economy up and rolling, but he's also very safe about it most of the times. Let's see if he's safe enough here, though. I think he's okay. He's got plenty of units. James is going to have to back off.
Yeah, there's no way he can get value there. He's got the snake to counter the cams, and then he's even got more runs. James getting a balloon up. I don't...
You know, that's just kind of like another James thing, you know? He like gets this one balloon up on his second base.
Yeah, it's really strong, because just one balloon gives you vision on like half of the map.
Yeah. And it is an investment, but, you know, you get the vision out of it, and a lot of times it can kind of make your opponent think twice about attacking in. a little bit more so than they probably should.
Now this I don't like. James going for massive amounts of Falcon. Oh, he's because of the water. Mocha knows exactly where those cams are, and he's gonna spot them and snipe at least one.
Ooh, he needs to get that second one though, because his snake died, but it's gonna heal up and be okay.
Now it's time for James to run away. He's outnumbered.
Yeah, but James is gonna stick here and try to fight. It's not gonna work out.
Just got these squishy Falcons.
Yeah, going for 8 Falcons this early seems a little sus. He probably needs a few more squirrels, but do keep in mind that James got a lot of value earlier on, so yeah, he took a bad engagement there, but overall they're still fairly even. James moving in again. Mocha not here to micro.
James has got a superior army right now, but now that reinforcements are here.
Yeah, all these Falcons, man, just without enough supporting units on the ground to really shield them. They're all getting picked out, and that was very costly for James. Lots of tier 2 going down there. But Mocha also losing a good deal. Both players actually up on a lot of Falcons here.
Oh, guys, red is always imposter.
I do like this overlay because when people use weird names, you don't see them. But
only we have to deal with it.
Yeah. Only I keep having to stop myself from saying, what do you think of Premium's BFFs play there, Premium?
I think he sucks. I'm embarrassed that he's my friend.
Mocha should have been Delthius' BFF, and then we could have had a boyfriend fight.
Best boyfriend forever.
Alright, Boar on the way here. BBFF. Alright, Boar on the way. Mocha's got plenty of Falcons and Snakes, so not a whole lot of tier 1. And curious if Mocha's planning on some owls anytime soon.
No, I don't think he is.
We're both kind of reset back to 1-base economies. James getting a good scout of the 3 o'clock over on the side. And Mocha's going to try to come in. Doesn't quite see that 3rd base yet from James. That is a pretty hard scout for Mocha to get, though.
James sells the boar.
Did Mocha actually scout the boar? Yes, he did.
I think
Yeah.
he probably thinks it's still coming.
Single mind here from Mocha, kind of acting as a ward.
Spot those chameleons sneaking across the water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is a little bit tough for Mocha because he although he hasn't scouted it, he's probably... And look at this ward mine, by the way. It's actually going to work out for Mocha here. Just got deleted. Now Mocha knows that James' army's moving over. And he manages to get here in time.
Oh no, James, all of his Falcons are shooting the middle.
Yeah, losing a lot of direct damage in the fight, but his army was just so strong in that engagement, but it's really close. Mocha cleans up most of it here, but James also knocks out that mining base.
That wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah.
No.
I think James just had so much buffness between the squirrels, toads, and cams, you know, like actually fighting. It kind of worked out. But it's actually pretty good James got that base, and again, Mocha probably suspects that there is a 3rd over here, but still hasn't scouted it.
Has no idea how many farms are on it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't count the farms, which is incredibly important.
Well, he's never even been back there.
Right, yeah.
So he probably knows there's probably a mill back there, because how else is James paying stuff? But
he can't get in to scout it. Now, he could take his Falcons and fly him over that water. If you really wanted to be cheeky. But, you know, if you did know, then what, don't you think you would have done that by now? Then again, I guess you are getting out of position to do that.
Yeah, I think he's too scared to move out of position to do that.
Yeah.
He could move his whole army over there, and that would just force an engagement.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he doesn't feel confident enough in his numbers to,
Yeah. Yeah, Mocha knows for sure that there's got to be something there, obviously, because James is mined out, you know?
Can't go over there and scout at all.
No, and James really taking advantage of that. Just throwing down more and more farms. Mocha trying to find an angle to get back there.
This is one of the hidden benefits of Falcons, that burst DPS denies scouting. Oh, but he slips through.
Finally gets to go see and not going to be happy. Yeah, not very happy to see that base almost fully saturated. Mocha down to 1 farm. This is looking like a victory here for James. Let's see if Mocha...
Mocha has to try to attack now, right? There's no way he catches up on economy.
He's going to try. But I agree. I think the move probably would have been to attack. Honestly, I think he should have taken his army over and harassed that base and just went for the engagement, you know? Because then it's kind of like best of both worlds, you know? Deal with his economy a little bit, and then take the fight. We might see him make that move here. He's trying to get out. Oh, and look at this. James is probably...
I don't know why he doesn't just burrow home.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, picking off
some more.
Here's a big engagement coming in. This looks good for James. Yeah, and Mocha...
Here.
Yeah, Mocha was just
gonna tap.
Too far behind on economy for too long there. And we'll hop into game 2. With a nice victory for James.
James is supposed to be losing. What is he doing? Mocha pulling out the arty cannon. Ooh.
And here we go. We got some locks coming in on the bottom left side, fresh off a victory, James. And his opponent up top, rocking the arty, Mochaccino.
Arty could be absolutely devastating on this map.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for him to get a spot like next to these tents, you know? It just contains James completely. And at the same time also really defends all of his bases.
He could build like 4 on this little high ground here. And then
4?
No way. Yeah, there's basically no way James could attack, and he'd have to spend 1,000,000 Falcons, and then Mocha just kills it with Squirrel.
Let's see how it holds out. We got a little bit of aggression here. 5-farm Moran coming out. I was too busy daydreaming about artillery cannon to pay attention to who initiated this. But I'm thinking James. Maybe James just straight up threw down the 5-farm double and Mocha started responding. Not a bad map for it. Got some road here. Got some pretty short rush distances. Is James actually going to commit? I don't think so. Mocha's response was pretty on point. He might just be in a no harm, no foul situation.
This is such a map.
This is great commentary, Preview Bo. So that's the quality stuff we're looking for here. This is indeed a map. Dude, look at it. Look at, what is this, a music festival? Like, look at the right side, man. Jeez. There's a whole bunch of nothingness. Just a whole bunch of tents. A couple hippies here and there. Lots of tier 1 from both sides. You know, this is such a short rush distance with road in between. We might be stuck in a little bit of a tier 1 chicken for now.
3 bases for each player, but the pressure is actually on James because Mocha has the owl.
Right.
James never attacks, Mocha will just get like 6 owls and overwhelm it.
Yeah, I love the idea of Mocha just slamming down an artillery cannon, delaying the game for a little bit, and then just building up to Owl Falcon, you know?
1 arty cannon isn't enough. He needs like 4. Otherwise, James will just crash in with a boar.
All right, James is coming in. He's got the Chad Toads. Let's see if they can. Let's see if they can make their connections. Ooh, gets the Warren. Needs to keep the commander alive. It goes down, but it's not going to be the biggest deal in the world. Gets a farm and gets a Warren out of that. But I think Mocha got the better trade.
He's going to counterattack with Chameleon now. No? Never mind?
Yeah, I think I like that better for James. Yeah, Mocha pulls back with the cams, and the cams are pretty rough here. You know, Toads do great against chameleons. And James starting to eco up. Come on, Mocha. Don't be a wuss, man. Let's see that artillery. You brought it. You're teasing it. Now you got to show it. Ooh, 4 farms.
Just gonna go in again.
What a great way to kind of catapult yourself ahead with this lead from that earlier attack. You know, poking in here again. Ooh, needs to keep his cams alive. Ideally, keeps 1 alive. And yeah, this looks bad, but I think he's got so much tier 1 here, it should be up in time to defend any counters from Mocha.
Yeah, Mocha doesn't want to counterattack on this map. He seems like he wants to take it to the long game. He's happy just playing defense.
Yeah, for sure. And it makes sense with Mocha's composition here. You know, he's got the artillery on a map with only 1 attack path. That's super ideal. And he can scale into late game with the owls.
Mocha leaving his cam in the middle of his army. Let's James know he's at 1 up right now.
It looks like we're gonna slow down a bit and get into a nice, juicy mid game. Let's see. Farm count pretty even, although James did get there a little bit faster. James pushing in for another big attack here. Really going to depend on the way the cookie crumbles here with these toad connections. And Mocha's being cognitive of that. He's trying to pull his cams around. Oh my god, James. James just slamming the toads into the gristmill. He gets the job done, but now he's open to this counter here.
Getting just a tile short of catching the millions.
Oh my gosh.
This is really bad for Mocha.
Is James going to get punished for his insolence here? No, Mocha can't get the damage done. Realized he took too many hits.
Playing too passively with James right on his doorstep gives James the opportunity to just slam all those toads and instantly delete his mill.
Well, you know, what's funny is I liked what Mocha was going for in that engagement. He was like, all right, let me pull my cams to the side. You know, once the toads explode, then I'll push them in. It's smart on paper, but James is like, all right, man, I'll just blow up your mill with the toads instead. Like, fine. Oh, God. In the bottom, we've got Mochaccino desperately needing a map here. And up top on match points, Premium's BFF, heart, uwu, winky face.
Hold on, you're adding more.
No, I didn't add anything. That's the whole title.
We are trying to be honest streamers here.
All right, what do we got going on? Looks like a better map for James.
I don't know.
You don't know? What do you mean you don't know? Mocha's got 2 mills. Broseph?
Mocha's got 2 mills, right? But James can only really take...
Take what?
2 himself.
Well, there is this little awkward Like trying to get up to like this 2 o'clock base.
This like little awkward high ground with the mill right in front of his
Yeah.
base.
Now here's the thing: is James gonna be a baller and take this middle mill? Because I agree, like if he doesn't take that middle mill earlier, it might get into this position where you just can't take it. But
James crushes squirrels and takes that early,
yeah, it throws
then
down a
he
balloon.
could have dominating control over this map.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Mocha's got the artillery cannon.
Yeah.
Right? So any close quarters like sieging is just gonna go into his favor.
Like really, whoever controls this middle area where James's squirrels are right now is just gonna be able to
James gonna go for a corner pick.
Catapult their way
Turns
into
around.
a victory. Yeah, decides it's not worth it. We did see a little bit more aggression this map, but didn't turn anything any too serious. I'm actually really excited to see which mills get taken here, because there's a lot of decisions to be made with that could be really impactful for the outcome of the match.
Well, Mocha's choice is pretty obvious.
Yeah, James just gonna take the safe route, grab that low ground base. Mocha will probably follow suit with this left hand base. But if Mocha wants to be a baller and take
yeah,
that's what I wanted
actually
to see.
think James should have taken that. Mill,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Safe terrain.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Is like whoever gets this middle area where Mocha's building that mill, I mean, they're probably just gonna win the game. James cannot afford to let Mocha set up shop right there.
Mocha had the right idea initially with snakes, but then he switches to skunks, not realizing that James just does like 2 squirrel warrens and then gets T2.
Yeah, and I think the skunks do get a fair shake against the squirrel cam, but with the toads in there too, I mean the toads can really
Well,
do
the issue
down.
is not enough. There's not enough squirrel.
Here comes a balloon from James. He's gonna
No,
taunt Mocha to
Mocha,
engage.
you have to stop it. Mocha, you have to stop it. Mocha's not going to stop it. He's going to let him get it.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a huge mistake.
Mocha, no!
I think there's mines or something. Like, he's just standing there watching.
He was probably looking at the army and just figured he couldn't take it, man. But now it's gonna be even worse with this balloon up. And what's he gonna do about this?
Might be able to climb in here, though. He's got a bigger army.
Yeah, comes in for the engage. And looks like he should just have enough to clean this up, but the balloon gonna pick off the fledgling remaining units here. Oh my god, that was so close. Just barely not enough.
This is very bad for Mocha now.
Yeah, keep in mind too, James has that extra farm. He's even working on a second tier 2. He kind of got bold after that, sold off some tier 1. Yeah, look at this vision for James. He sees that artillery. He's got vision on the artillery.
The balloon, but I don't think he has any units that can get in range. Oh no, they can. But he'll lose if he tries to poke like that. So this is what Mocha needs.
Yeah, this is the fruit of that risky expansion in the middle. This is what he was looking for, but James is not going to sit around and let that arty party come to fruition. Mocha taps, and James with a very quick 3-0 victory here. And getting some much-needed points for the board team.
Sadness.
All right, now we'll go into some replays. I do appreciate it. Thanks, James and Mocha, for doing that. We were a little bit short on content here, so now I feel a bit better getting to 3 matches tonight. And let me check my old Discord Aroni. Get this set back up. We've got QQ on defense with 688 weights. And the attack coming in from this guy. And again, man, this guy, I haven't seen a lot of his play lately, but he's kind of known for just no-nonsense early to mid-game pushes. Meanwhile, QQ is one of these guys that does all sorts of crazy nonsense. But QQ really liked this like boar, falcon, ferret, balloon, barbed wire build that I thought was really innovative. Obviously can't bring that out for this series. Let's see what he's got in store. Are you ready to hop into these raid plays, Pee Boop?
Ready spaghetti.
Beautiful. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, spawning in the bottom, we've got this guy representing the Wolves. Over in the top left, QQ representing the Fox team. Ferret, Snake, Mine. And this guy kind of bringing out, you know, we've seen a lot of players going for that like skunk, falcon, snake. This guy's kind of wild card choice is the chameleon. So some two pretty different looking decks, I suppose, you know.
Buffed cams, man, those are pretty darn strong.
Oh my god, dude, buff cam falcon is so fun. Like, I'm known for a Fox player, but I do enjoy a good wolf myself as well. I would often try to combine the two into wolf fox nonsense, but I do admit it's a meme more than it is competitive, because trying to get out double tier 3 in some real matches is rough. But man, wolf cam falcon definitely slaps. Like, that is a really strong army comp. And I think wolf is, you know, in a really solid spot in the meta, because the meta is really driven by tier 2 units right now, and those tier 2 units just getting that awesome buff from the wolf. And this guy with a really quick tier 2 rush, we've been seeing that a lot this week and last week. I think it's due to the lack of moles. It's a lot harder to punish that.
No moles, no lizards makes this pretty darn hard to punish.
Yeah, especially on big maps like this. I mean, I think some people often forget to really take the map into consideration with your opening build orders, you know. Certain things that you can get away with on large maps, you can't on small maps, and vice versa, you know. A couple mines coming out here really quick from QQ, but this guy spots them, so that's just going to be some free food for the Wolf Boys.
He forgets that chameleons aren't, for a moment, that chameleons aren't exactly good at sweeping mines.
But so far, this is getting a little blundered here from QQ. He's got a lot of money. He needs to throw down some more Warrens. And this guy's already putting together a...
Snake could easily turn on your combo.
Yeah, the snakes are good against cams. And
but this guy's he's going to get the flank with on.
Nice strats there. Doesn't quite get the snake, but A+ for effort. And this mill, I think, is going down. QQ is going to try to defend it. Let's see. You know, he's got to be careful with the snakes. I think he kills a cam there. It's going to be close. Yeah, he gets that cam. So that's definitely
Unfortunately, snakes do kind of counter cams. QQ going to go for a skunk horn. Feels safe enough.
Yeah, let's see if that pays off. There's a lot of squirrels coming out here from this guy. And snakes are very good against basically all the tier 2 and tier 3 units, but they are their weakness is at tier 1. So this guy trying to support his chameleons with just a lot of squirrels here. This guy's feeling confident. He needs to be careful about the snake poison, though. His commander is going to go down. However, he gets that tier 2 Warren.
Skunk Warren before the skunk gets out.
Yeah, not even a single skunk produced out of that. One chameleon goes down, but QQ just doesn't have any units left here.
This guy refusing to pull his army back.
Ooh, chasing the snake all the way down. Ooh, this...
It's the other snake. It's quite good for this guy.
Yeah, and I think QQ, the real story of this game is that I just don't think QQ had enough tier 1 Warrens, you know. That tier 2 skunk Warren was definitely risky.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but this guy did just get some farms here. He's taking some better fights.
Held out anyways. He's got the snakes. Never underestimate the snakes.
And I understand why he was trying to get the skunks, you know, because skunk snake's a nice combo. They kind of cover each other's weaknesses.
Army was mostly squirrel.
Yeah.
But no.
But I think this is probably going to be game. We'll probably see QQ tap after losing these Warrens. There it is. Nice action-packed first match, and I think QQ definitely could have won that, but he just was slouching a bit too much on that tier 1, in my opinion. All right, let's keep it rolling, guys and gals. Game number 2. 3, 2, 1, go. Over on the right, we've got QQ, and his opponent to the left, this guy. Oh, I gotta change his color. For some reason, I thought he was gonna play Quartermaster. Bam. Look at that. All right.
Great. So, this guy's bringing the same deck, dude.
Yeah, is this the same deck from both sides? I think so. QQ had ferrets last time, didn't he?
Did he?
Pretty sure.
I feel like he did one thing. But I couldn't tell you what, so maybe he did.
Yeah, I think it's the same. I'm a little bit sus of the ferrets, but I'm pretty sure it's the same.
We're not playing being so.
Hey, you could be sus in other games. Can't I meme just a little bit, P-Boop? You gotta bring me down. You gonna make my memes be dreams.
Yep.
These early game mines, you know, kind of interesting. They give you some map vision, but I'm not so sure I like the delayed farms in order to get that accomplished.
Early game mines.
What's up?
I like them. I like them.
You like delaying your farms for mines that aren't doing anything?
Early game mines can get you ahead on Eco, honestly. If you use them to counter your opponent's army, right?
Yeah.
Your opponent's paying Warrens. And
I mean,
you're not,
I don't hate them, but I'd like to see 8 farms first, I guess. But at the end of the day,
yeah, but
it really doesn't make that big of a difference.
It's more important to get them out when your opponent's not looking. So if you
Yeah.
delay one of your farms,
That is true. You know, the best mines are the mines that you least expect. And this guy...
you expect your opponent to build mines before you have units.
Yeah. Dude,
That's
five farm triple mine build, man. I do love the mines with the ferrets. It's something that sounds really cool in my head. You know, we don't see it that often, but I love that idea of kind of poking in with the ferrets and then baiting them over to some mines.
Or like you poke with ferrets and you build mines on top of your army, so that when your opponent comes to hard engage, their chameleons and moles just blow up on mines.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. This guy poking in here. QQ
the
down
easiest.
down a couple squirrels. I didn't think it would make that big of a difference here, but it actually does. This guy cleans this up really nicely. And now QQ's second base is under peril here. It's definitely going to go down.
It's gonna have to go home now.
Yeah, and again, you know, QQ being a little bit greedy for tier 2 in this game as well. And I think that was the problem. He was trying to both expand and get that tier 2 while his opponent was expanding, but staying on tier 1 gave this guy just enough extra squirrels to get in there, get some real damage done. Another big squirrel follow-up, and yeah, we've got the skunks, but not when you're outnumbered like that. Yeah. Dang, a quick match. This guy going up 2-0.
You feeling nervous, Dale?
I'm a little bit shaky.
I'm pretty relaxed.
A little shaky bacon.
This is a good day to be a wolf.
Yeah. I bet. Game number 3. This is where we see QQ win 3 in a row. Are you ready?
That's not gonna happen. I'm ready.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, I haven't lost hope yet for QQ, who spawns over here on the bottom, or on the left. His opponent, this guy, on the right, up 2 games. But this guy is one of these players that's just so experienced, who really understands when he's got a small edge to come in. You know, I think he's one of the players that has a really good understanding of timing attack windows, which is, in my opinion, one of the most difficult things to pull off successfully, you know, because attacking in Tooth and Tail is so risky. Defender's advantage when you're on parity is huge. So this guy being able to dissect games like that and say, okay, you know, he's got a second base with just as many farms as me, but he's invested in a tier 2. I've still only been on tier 1. I have enough to go in and punish this. You know, pulling the trigger in those situations, I think, really separates the good from the greats. And this guy's one of those players who really knows how to do that. Airlu, another name like that comes to mind. And this is a good map for QQ.
Gunks.
Dude, these 8 farm tier 2 openings, man, trigger me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like so not used to it with the threat of mole. Oh no, it's totally safe, but it's just not normally safe, you know.
If you don't like 8 farm T2, then you should open 5 farm double war in every game.
I mean, I like the 8 farm tier 2. It's just normally not safe, I guess, is the joke I was going for. But in this event, without the moles, it is.
Okay, I don't like 8 farm double T2. That's.
You know, it's better than 8 farm double. Okay, this guy's just gonna match it.
Okay. Sure.
He's like, all right, man, you want to get weird? We can get weird.
I mean, this works out for this guy.
Let's see an 8 farm triple though. 8 farm triple tier 2, QQ. I was getting my hopes up. And
this guy can snipe a pig, like.
Look, yeah.
He can't. Oh no, he can, because he can face tank. Brilliant.
Yeah, nice try there from James, or this guy rather.
James was last.
Yeah. But QQ holding it off just fine, and we're gonna continue on with this match. And I like this kind of comp coming out of this guy better, though, if we're playing this tier 2 game. I mean, Cam Snake, pretty good. Especially when your opponent has a bunch of tier 2 as well. And is this guy going to go for it? Looks like QQ's actually going to start the fight here.
Save that snake.
Kills a Cam, loses a Falcon, so I guess pretty even there. Ooh, but this second base already rocking and rolling for this guy. And QQ probably doesn't know about it. This guy's going to be happy while he's scouting around in the base to see QQ does not have an expansion up and running yet.
Probably suspecting a fox or something. Doesn't trust QQ.
Oh, tier 2 first, the Mishi memes. Oh man, I almost forgot about the Mishi build, dude. You remember the Mishi build, getting the quick... Well, it was like a 5 farm snake, wasn't it?
I believe it was Chip who came up with that.
Was
the
it
5
really?
farm snake, then double pigeon.
Yeah. I thought that was a Mishi build for some reason. But either way...
And then you just walk into their base and like pick off all their farms with snakes and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, dude. Now that's a build. 5 farm snake.
I'm pretty sure Chip came up with that.
You could be right. I just remember Mishi kind of popularizing it, at least in a lot of the matches I saw.
Okay, please see the fox.
We do see a fox. Did this guy see it? Is the question.
Didn't know this guy. Why?
Come on, this is your chance, QQ. Oh, you gotta beat him with the fox. That's the way to do it. Alright, he scouts it now, but it is a little bit late. The fox is gonna be here in about 45 seconds. But this guy's got snakes, he's got chameleons. These are tools to use against the fox. Not the best tools, but they are definitely good.
Go, this guy. Just end the game now. Do it. Before the fox gets out.
Oh, no. He needs to just hang out for like 30 seconds. That's the move.
Snipe the cams.
Got
Snipe
the
skunks.
got the pigeons here to heal up. You know, if snakes can poison buildings, pigeons should be able to heal buildings. Changed my mind. I'm just a snake hater, dude. I don't think snakes should be able to poison commanders. I'll say it.
You're just salty because you lose your units. You just lose your commander.
Here's the dude, we saw the game earlier with the 4 snakes in the early game. The commander just got like immediately deleted.
Be more careful. Just be more careful, Del.
Yeah, just don't scout your opponent at all. Oh, the fox is up, but that is it, unfortunately. And with the snake here.
In the corner.
Yeah, the poison is gonna be it. Oh, get the poison on this second base as well.
Did you fast forward?
No. I'm at 556.
What second base are you talking?
QQ's second base, it just went down.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Are you okay, Premium?
I thought you meant like, oh, he killed the first one and now he's going for a second.
Yeah, this is looking rough for QQ, man. He lost that fox. He really needed that to just kind of compound value over time. He's got a ferret here, but ferrets are not gonna get the job done in these direct fights as much as you'd like them to. And this army from this guy is looking swole. How come snakes can poison turrets, Premium? How do you poison metal? Tell me that.
It used to be they couldn't,
I know.
but then they gave it back to them. Why do you think they did that?
I sound like a boomer. I'm like, back in my day, snakes couldn't do anything. Alright.
Back in my day, snakes were garbage and everything was wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, man. 3-0 for this guy. Really well played there. I'm just having fun, guys. I don't really care. All right, that is it for the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Premium, for casting with me. It was quite a pleasure. Do we have anything coming up next? I don't think there's anything scheduled yet. I think we're just kind of waiting for some more matches to come in. It is very early in this week, so yeah, stay tuned though. I mean, we're pumping episodes out. We're already on episode 20 here, so I definitely imagine either tomorrow or Sundays somebody will pick up some games. So and we gotta, I want to see that hype match, man. Premium Bow versus Trumpet.
I don't want to see it.
When did you start getting good at 1v1?
This tournament specific.
Have you been in the gym? Been working out?
Yeah.
You're doing bench presses. You got the wolf spotting you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Toodles.